Most roads are designed to make the world feel smaller. They connect cities, cross mountains, cut through forests, and turn dangerous landscapes into lines on a map. But some roads do the opposite. They remind you how fragile that line really is. A road can disappear beneath the tide. It can cling to the side of a cliff. It can cross mountains where the weather changes faster than a driver can react. It can lead so far into the wilderness that a breakdown becomes more dangerous than the road itself. These are not just difficult drives. They are places where one wrong decision can trap you, strand you, or send you over the edge. Some were built out of necessity. Some were carved by hand. Some became famous because of accidents, avalanches, landslides, and stories passed from driver to driver. Tonight, on Dark Atlas, we are looking at 8 roads you should never drive on. Number 8. Passage du Gois, France. At first, Passage du Gois does not look like one of the world's most dangerous roads. There are no towering cliffs, no mountain switchbacks, no frozen wasteland, just a flat strip of road stretching across the mudflats between the French mainland and the island of Noirmoutier. At low tide, it can look almost peaceful. The sea pulls back, the road appears. Cars cross slowly between wet sand, shallow pools, and rows of warning signs. But this road has one terrifying feature. It does not stay open. Passage du Gois is a tidal causeway. Twice a day, the Atlantic Ocean returns and covers the road completely. The same route that looks harmless in the afternoon can become invisible beneath rising water hours later. And this is what makes the road dangerous. The threat does not arrive like a landslide or a crash. It creeps in. The water begins at the edges, then it spreads across the surface. Then the road starts to disappear behind you. Drivers who misjudge the tide can find themselves trapped between the mainland and the island, surrounded by water that keeps rising. There are rescue towers along the route, built for people who get caught. But if your car stalls, if you wait too long, or if you underestimate the speed of the tide, the road can turn from a shortcut into a trap. Passage du Gois is a reminder that not every dangerous road looks dramatic. Some roads are dangerous because they are temporary. They exist only when nature allows them to. And when the sea decides to take the road back, there is no argument. But a road that disappears beneath the ocean is only the beginning. Because the next road does not vanish underwater. It was carved directly into a mountain wall. Number 7. Guoliang Tunnel Road, China. High in the Taihang Mountains of China, there is a road that looks less like infrastructure and more like a wound cut into stone. Guoliang Tunnel Road runs through the side of a cliff, connecting the village of Guoliang to the outside world. Before the tunnel existed, reaching the village meant using a narrow mountain path. The terrain was steep, the village was isolated, and the mountains around it acted almost like a wall. So in the 1970s, local villagers began carving a road through the rock. Not with massive modern tunnel machines, but with basic tools, determination, and years of work. The result is one of the most dramatic roads in the world. The tunnel is narrow, the walls are rough, the light comes through rectangular openings cut into the cliff face. From inside, those openings reveal sudden views of the valley below, and from outside, the road looks like it is hanging inside the mountain itself. But Guoliang Tunnel Road is not frightening because it is long. It is frightening because it feels handmade, cramped, and exposed. There is very little room for error. A vehicle inside the tunnel moves between stone walls on one side and open drops visible through the windows on the other. The road can feel claustrophobic, especially when another vehicle approaches from the opposite direction. Every turn reminds you that this was not built as a wide modern highway. It was built as a lifeline. And that is what makes it so powerful. Guoliang Tunnel Road is dangerous not because it was created carelessly, but because it was created in a place where building any road at all seemed almost impossible. It is a triumph of human effort. But it is also a road that never lets you forget what is outside the window. Rock, height, and a long drop into the valley below. Guoliang shows what happens when people cut a road into a cliff. But in New Zealand, there is another road where the cliff is not beside you for a moment. It follows you for miles. Number 6. Skipper's Canyon Road, New Zealand. Near Queenstown, New Zealand, a narrow road winds into Skipper's Canyon. It is scenic, historic, and deeply unforgiving. Skipper's Canyon was once part of a gold rush landscape. Miners came into this region chasing one of the richest gold-bearing rivers in New Zealand. To reach the canyon, a road had to be forced through steep rock and unstable terrain. Today, Skipper's Road is famous for its views, but those views come with a warning. The road is narrow, mostly one lane, and bordered by steep drops into the canyon below. In some places, there is barely enough room for one vehicle. Passing another car can become a slow calculation. A driver has to judge the edge, the cliff wall, the gravel, the angle of the road, and the space between two vehicles. There is no sense of comfort, only concentration. The danger here is not always speed, it is exposure. A small mistake on a normal road might put a tire onto the shoulder. On Skipper's Road, a small mistake can put a vehicle dangerously close to a drop of hundreds of meters. The surface can change. Dust can reduce grip. Rain can turn sections slick. Loose gravel can make braking feel uncertain. And because the road was built through a canyon, the landscape itself decides how much room you get. There are places where the rock rises on one side and the abyss opens on the other. The view is beautiful, but beauty is not safety. Skipper's Canyon Road is the kind of place where the driver cannot relax. The canyon is always there, watching from the side, waiting for one careless turn. But Skipper's Canyon is a road of sharp edges and narrow space. The next road adds something even more unpredictable: high altitude, snow, mud, and the Himalayas. Number 5. Zojila, India. Zojila is not just a road, it is a gateway. This high mountain pass helps connect Kashmir with Ladakh, crossing part of the western Himalayas along the Srinagar-Leh route. For the people who depend on it, Zojila is essential, but for drivers it can be brutal. The pass rises through a landscape where weather, altitude, and terrain all work against the road. In clear conditions, the mountains look enormous and silent, but when the weather turns, that silence changes. Snow can block the route, fog can erase visibility, mud can take away traction, and avalanches can make the pass dangerous or impassable. In winter and early spring, this is a landscape where the road is not fully in control. The mountain is. Vehicles climb through narrow sections, with steep slopes rising above and falling away below. Heavy trucks, military vehicles, local traffic, and travelers may all share the same mountain route. The road can become crowded, exposed, and slow. And slow movement in a high mountain pass can create its own kind of danger. If the weather gets worse, turning around may not be simple. If traffic stops, you may be waiting in cold, thin air. If the road is blocked ahead, the mountains may leave few alternatives. Zojila shows why some dangerous roads are not famous because of one dramatic feature. They are dangerous because many smaller threats combine. Altitude, snow, ice, falling rock, avalanche zones, sharp bends, limited space, long delays. Each one is manageable on its own. Together, they create a road where preparation matters, timing matters, and luck can matter too. This is not a road to treat casually. It is a passage through a mountain system that has never been easy to cross. But while Zojila threatens drivers with height and weather, the next road is dangerous for a different reason. It leads into a place where help may be hundreds of miles away. Number 4. Dalton Highway, Alaska, United States. The Dalton Highway does not need cliffs to feel dangerous. It has distance, isolation, cold, and silence. Stretching hundreds of miles through northern Alaska, the Dalton Highway runs from near Fairbanks toward Deadhorse and the Prudhoe Bay oil fields near the Arctic Ocean. It was built as an industrial road, a supply route connected to the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, and even today, it does not feel like an ordinary highway. This is not a road of gas stations, towns, and easy exits. It is a road where the landscape opens into vast wilderness. Forests give way to tundra. Mountains rise in the Brooks Range. The pipeline runs beside the road like a metal spine across the north, and between the few service points, there can be long stretches of nothing. No shops, no neighborhoods, no quick rescue. Just gravel, trucks, weather, and distance. The Dalton is known for heavy industrial traffic. Large trucks move supplies north and south, often in difficult conditions. For a tourist or an unprepared driver, sharing a remote gravel highway with professional truck traffic can be intimidating. Windshield damage, loose stones, mud, dust, ice, and sudden weather shifts are all part of the experience. In winter, the road can become a frozen corridor. In summer, the surface can still be rough and unpredictable. And in any season, a breakdown can become serious fast. Because on the Dalton Highway, danger is not always a dramatic moment. It can be mechanical: a flat tire, a cracked windshield, a fuel miscalculation, a vehicle not built for the road. On a city street, those are inconveniences. Here, they can become survival problems. The Dalton Highway is a road where the map looks simple: one line north. But the reality is different. The farther you drive, the more you understand that the road is not taking you through civilization, it is taking you away from it. The Dalton is dangerous because it is empty, but the next road is dangerous because the mountains around it are anything but empty. They move, break, and fall. Number 3. Karakoram Highway, Pakistan and China. The Karakoram Highway is one of the most spectacular roads on Earth. It is also one of the most intimidating. Running through northern Pakistan and into China, the highway crosses a region of giant mountains, deep valleys, glaciers, and unstable slopes. It follows part of the old Silk Road corridor and climbs toward the Khunjerab Pass, one of the highest paved international border crossings in the world. The scenery is enormous. The road can feel small. On one side, mountains rise thousands of meters into the sky. On the other, valleys drop toward rivers far below. The scale is so vast that vehicles can look almost insignificant against the landscape, but the beauty hides a constant threat. The Karakoram is a young and active mountain system. Here, rockfall, landslides, erosion, floods, snow, and earthquakes are not abstract geological terms. They are part of the environment. A clear road can be blocked by falling rock. A valley can be cut off by a landslide. A section that was passable yesterday may need repairs tomorrow. Drivers on the Karakoram Highway are not only navigating a road, they are crossing a landscape that is still being built by tectonic force, weather, water, and gravity. That is why the highway feels so dramatic. It does not simply pass through mountains, it negotiates with them. Every bridge, every retaining wall, every tunnel, every cut into the slope is a human attempt to hold a route open in a place that does not naturally want a road. And yet people travel it because it matters. For trade, for communities, for tourism, for connection between valleys and countries. The Karakoram Highway is not just a dangerous road. It is a road built against the scale of the earth itself, and when you drive it, the mountains do not feel like scenery. They feel like a force. But if the Karakoram Highway is dangerous because of the size of the mountains, the next road became famous because of something simpler and more terrifying: a narrow track, a cliff edge, and a name the world never forgot. Number 2. North Yungas Road, Bolivia. North Yungas Road is one of the most infamous roads in the world. Many people know it by another name, Death Road. It descends from the high mountains near La Paz toward the Yungas region of Bolivia, dropping through fog, jungle, cliffs, waterfalls, and steep slopes. For years, it was one of the main routes between the capital area and the lower tropical region, but the road was never forgiving. In places, it was extremely narrow. Vehicles had to pass each other with almost no margin. On one side, the cliff wall. On the other, a drop that could disappear into mist. Rain made the surface muddy. Fog reduced visibility. Waterfalls spilled across parts of the road. Loose rock and landslides added to the danger. And for a long time, traffic had to move through these conditions because there were few better options. The road became famous not just because it looked dangerous, but because it was dangerous. Accidents, fatalities, and stories of vehicles going over the edge became part of its reputation. Eventually, a newer and safer route took over much of the regular traffic. Today, the old road is known more for mountain biking tours and adventure tourism than for being the main transport artery it once was. But the danger has not disappeared from the landscape. The cliffs are still there, the fog still comes in, the road still runs along drops that make the human body understand height instantly. North Yungas Road is powerful because it represents one of the oldest fears in travel. Not getting lost, not running out of fuel, but looking over the edge and realizing there is nothing between your vehicle and the valley below. It is a road where the nickname became more famous than the official name, and once you see the road, it is easy to understand why. Death Road is a narrow line above the abyss, but the final road is different. It is not terrifying because of one cliff, one tunnel, or one curve. It is terrifying because the danger stretches across an entire world of mountains. Number 1. Sichuan-Tibet Highway, China. The Sichuan-Tibet Highway is not a single simple road. It is a journey across some of the most difficult terrain in China, a route that climbs from the Sichuan Basin toward the Tibetan Plateau, crossing mountains, river valleys, high passes, landslide zones, and remote settlements. Parts of this journey follow China National Highway 318, one of the longest national highways in the country, but the section associated with the Sichuan-Tibet route is the part that has become legendary. For travelers, it offers some of the most dramatic scenery in Asia: snow peaks, deep gorges, high-altitude grasslands, river valleys, roads that cut across cliffs and climb toward thin air. But for drivers, that beauty comes with serious risk. This is a road system shaped by elevation and instability. The route crosses mountains where weather can change quickly. It passes through regions affected by landslides, rockfall, earthquakes, snow, rain, and difficult engineering conditions. In some places, the road feels like it is suspended between two worlds. Below, rivers cut through deep valleys. Above, slopes carry loose rock, snow, and ice. And between them, the highway tries to hold its line. Unlike a short, dangerous road, the Sichuan-Tibet route can exhaust a driver over time. The risk is not one moment. It is accumulation. Hours of curves, altitude, changing weather, remote distances, mountain passes, construction zones, steep descents, unstable slopes. A driver may handle one difficult bend, then another, but the road keeps going. That is what makes it feel worthy of the number one place. It is not just a road with a dangerous reputation. It is an entire corridor through one of the most demanding landscapes on Earth. Modern engineering has improved many sections. Bridges, tunnels, and upgraded highways have made parts of the route safer and faster than they once were. But the mountains have not changed their nature. They still move. They still crack. They still send rock and mud downward when rain, snow, gravity, and geology align. The Sichuan-Tibet Highway is a reminder that roads are not always symbols of control. Sometimes they are fragile agreements between people and mountains, between machines and weather, between asphalt and gravity. And on this road, that agreement has to be renewed every day. Roads are often seen as signs of safety. A road means someone has been there before. Someone measured the route. Someone built the bridges. Someone marked the turns. Someone decided that this line through the landscape was possible. But possible does not always mean safe. Some roads are swallowed by the sea. Some are carved into cliffs. Some cross canyons, high passes, frozen wilderness, and unstable mountain ranges. And some roads survive only because people keep repairing them after the earth tries to take them back. The roads in this video are not dangerous in the same way. One is ruled by tides. One is ruled by rock. One is ruled by isolation. One is ruled by snow. One is ruled by gravity. But all of them reveal the same truth. A road is only as safe as the landscape allows it to be. And in these places, the landscape never fully allows it. This was Dark Atlas. Subscribe for more journeys into the world's most dangerous, mysterious, abandoned, and forbidden places.